Hi friends! Thanks for tuning in. If you like this video, please give it a like, comment below, and take a moment to subscribe to our channel. Leaving Princeton, the Crowsnest Highway heads south into the Similkameen Valley, following a route shaped by water, geology, and history. This stretch of Highway 3 is quieter than the mountain passes to the west, but it carries its own story. The Similkameen River runs alongside much of the drive, guiding the road through a landscape that gradually opens into rolling hills and dry grasslands. Princeton itself began as a gold rush settlement in the 1860s, when it was known as Vermilion Forks, serving miners working the nearby creeks. As the highway leaves town, the terrain softens. Forests thin out, replaced by sagebrush, open slopes, and scattered pine trees. This is ranching country, where large properties stretch across the valley floor and up into the hills. Cattle grazing has been a part of the local economy for generations, supported by the dry climate and wide open land. The Similkameen River continues to provide a vital source of water, making agriculture possible in an otherwise semi-arid environment. The region has deep indigenous roots, particularly with the Syilx, or Okanagan Nation, whose people have lived in and traveled through this valley for thousands of years. The river served as a natural route for movement and trade, as well as a reliable source of food. Long before roads were built, these valleys were already well known and widely used, forming part of a network of connections across the southern interior. In the late 1800s, European settlers arrived, drawn by mining opportunities and the promise of farmland. Small communities began to take shape along the river, often tied to nearby resource industries. The construction of early wagon roads helped connect these settlements, though travel remained slow and difficult. Over time, these rough routes would evolve into the modern highway seen today. Not far south of Princeton, the remnants of Coalmont appear, a small community that once played a larger role in the region's industrial past. Established in 1911, Coalmont developed around nearby coal mines that supplied fuel to railways and local industries.
Thank you very much.
For a time, it was a busy and growing town, but as demand declined and mines closed by the mid-20th century, the population shrank. Today, it stands as a quiet reminder of the boom and bust cycles that shaped many interior communities. Continuing along the highway, the valley narrows slightly, and the river becomes more prominent in the landscape. This section of the drive highlights the balance between water and dryness, where green strips of vegetation line the riverbanks while the surrounding hills remain brown and sparse for much of the year. Approaching Hedley, the history of mining becomes more visible again. The town sits beneath the remains of one of British Columbia's most notable gold mining operations. In the early 1900s, the nickel plate mine was established high above the valley, extracting gold from the mountainside. At its peak, the mine was one of the largest gold producers in the province, operating for several decades and contributing significantly to the local economy. The nickel plate mine relied on an aerial tramway system to transport ore down the steep slope to the mill in Hedley. This system stretched over long distances and steep terrain, a major engineering effort for its time. By the mid-1950s, the original operations had closed, though mining activity would return later in different forms. The remains of these structures can still be seen on the hillside, offering a clear link to the town's industrial past. Hedley itself developed as a company town built to support the mine and its workers. In its early years, it had hotels, stores, and a steady population tied directly to mining operations. Like many resource-based towns, its fortunes rose and fell with the industry. Today, it remains a small community, with much of its identity still connected to that early period of development. The drive from Princeton to Hedley is short in distance but rich in history. It follows a valley that has supported Indigenous travel, gold rush activity, ranching, and mining over the course of many generations. The landscape may appear quiet now, but it carries the marks of those who passed through and built lives here. For travelers, it offers a steady, grounded look at the interior of British Columbia, where the past is still visible in the land itself.
Thank you very much.